Everybody, we'll do TVs first, and then we'll break for the written press. Andy, would you like to go?
Morning. Not the same. Exactly the same, yeah.
What are the difficulties in terms of preparing for this game, the travel, the midweek match that you've had? How much strain does that put the players under?
It's not an easy week, but we play Tuesday, and it's better that you have one more day than the 48 hours we had before we go to Kiev.
How difficult an opponent do you face this weekend? Their away form has been incredible. Home form maybe not so much, but how highly do you rate your opponent?
Look to the table. It's easy. Look to the table, see where they are, see where we are, and then it's easy to take conclusions.
What's the significance of two back-to-back clean sheets for your team?
It's important. It's important. Not just the clean sheets, but the way to keep the clean sheets. Was not an occasional clean sheet. Was not a clean sheet based on a super goalkeeper performance. Was both clean sheets based on a good teamwork.
It comes from more than just the defenders, but you have made some difficult decisions, I guess, in recent weeks to leave defenders out, bring them back in. The fact that you've got these two back-to-back clean sheets, does that in some way justify the difficult decisions you've made over the last few weeks, that your methods are right and that they're working?
Not difficult decisions. I try the best decisions for the team. I analyze the opponents. I analyze what I think the game can be. I try to reduce that unpredictability of every match. But again, you were right in your question that this is not about defenders. This is about the team as a team, and the team as a team defended really well in both matches.
Is that something that Eden Hazard needs to listen to? That answer that has to come from the whole team? Is that part of what you want to see from him to get him back in the start?
He played the last match and played for 90 minutes, and he was part of the compact team that kept that clean sheet.
Play on Saturday?
I don't know.
Are you going through a period where it's only the results that matter? The style of the football doesn't matter anymore. You just need to get the result. Do you have to win ugly for a while?
No, it's not just about the result, and there is a direct relation between the result and the way the team plays. So it's not just about the result.
Can I ask you just specifically about one of the opponents that you'll face this weekend, Dimitri Payet? You talked recently about strong players all the way down through the league. Is he not someone you can talk about his qualities?
No.
Okay. You talked a few weeks ago about being comfortable walking through the streets of London after defeats. You talked about it a lot, how you would sometimes walk home from games. Has anything changed this week in how you feel about walking around in London?
No.
I'd just pick this one up, actually. We've noted the two recent stories concerning Jose being filmed on mobile phones. While Jose understands the laws pertaining to filming in public places, the two teenagers in question followed him from his home for well over 20 minutes and constantly interrupted private phone call, which he and the club believes goes beyond the bounds of reasonable behaviour. Jose's always spoken warmly, as you point out, of the public reception he receives in London, but both Jose and the club consider these last two instances as overly intrusive. We also note the allegation of intimidation in those stories, which Jose strongly refutes and which his legal representatives will continue to monitor closely. We'll get back onto the football.
Jose, the performance in Kiev, how close was that to what you want from your side, and how far are you, do you think, from the full potential of your team?
You know, it was a difficult match for us because we want to win, but we cannot lose. And I think for about an hour the team played really well. The only thing we didn't get in that hour was a goal that we deserve. It's not easy to create chances in the Champions League. You go to the statistics of every game, and especially the teams away at home. You don't see them with 20 shots, 10 good chances. It's difficult, and we had very good occasions. We had 2 posts, and one of the posts was a great save because it touches the ball. We had the Matic action, we had the penalty, we had very good situations. It was the only thing that we miss in that tower of football. After that, a little bit of the fear of losing. So stability and control, and defend it well and keep a clean sheet that give us a chance to decide. I don't say everything, but almost everything, to decide it at home. So I think the performance was good personality, good team organization, good team spirit, some very good individual performances, not one bad performance, or good or regular, but individually also an improvement in the players' performances. So in the end, a little bit of frustration for not to win, but a good feeling that there was an improvement.
With the start you've made, you mentioned that how hard is it to get rid of that fear of losing?
You know, Champions League is a specific situation, different than in the Premier League, and we are in a situation where every point is really important, and after the defeat in Porto, that game would be very bad to lose, so it's a difficult situation. Premier League is different. Premier League is 38 matches, lots of points. You lose today, you try to win tomorrow. So in this moment, in the Premier League, we are not afraid to lose matches. We are going to play normal.
Have you visibly seen a difference in your players over the last week? I know you've spoken a lot about confidence and belief in them.
That's what I'm saying. The team performance and the results, because the victory against Aston Villa was a very good result, and the draw against Dinamo is a positive result. We could feel immediately some individual performances. Just to give you one example, which I don't like to, but just to give you one example, Matic went from being on the bench against Aston Villa, played the second half against Aston Villa positively, to be the man of the match with 3 days later. So just one example, but other players, they also improve in their performances, so a bit better.
You mentioned Hazard a moment ago, but what do you think has been the problem with him this season, that he's not performing to the levels that you know he can?
I don't have to answer. You have lots of people giving an opinion, speaking about him. I prefer not to individualize. I'm happy with this contribution against Dinamo, and that's it.
Jose, do you think Chelsea have come out of the worst part of this season? Do you think everything's going to get better?
I don't know. I just know that the team was always together, the players were always together. The players, they were man enough to assume responsibilities and to say even publicly, some of them, that they were feeling responsibilities in their individual poor start. statistics are very clear for us. As an example, we conceded 6 goals as a consequence of isolated individual mistakes. But the team was always together. And in this moment we got 2 important results, 3 points in the Premier League after 2 matches without a victory, and against a direct rival to the qualification in the Champions League, we got a point away and give us the chance of in 15 days to play against them. So the group was always solid and compact and together, but obviously the mood improves with results and people is happy.
And you could go 7th if you win tomorrow and results go your way. Does that show that a crisis is never far from coming out of it as well? You know,
For me, I don't go to the crisis direction. I go match after match, and no more than that.
And yesterday the South African rugby team were here. Are there any of those players that you think would be good for your team?
You don't get from me good and funny headlines.
Why is that?
Because I'm going to treat your bosses the same way they treat me. No respect, no respect. And I'm not speaking about football. Football, I'm ready to accept every kind of critic, even the stupid ones. Private life and stupid things that you bring to the light. I don't say you personally. I don't like it, so we go to a different level of professional relation.
Okay, guys. Any more before we go to papers? Yes, sir.
Sorry. What do you think about Smile Village's compliments, and what do you think about Lauren as a coach?
As a coach, I like a lot. Since the Croatian national team period to Besiktas and now to West Ham, I have a very good image, idea. As a person, I don't know him very well, but I have the feeling that we could be friends.
Okay, thanks guys. Cameras off. Let's move to papers.